We have all kinds of stuff to talk about today. Oh my goodness, I was gone on a road trip with my besties for the last week or so, and we had just such a wonderful, wonderful time. It was really great to get away. We got all kinds of work done, which was really cool. Sorry. I'm out of practice of getting my Stampin' Lips on, so I hope that you guys had a great week. I can't wait to tell you all about my trip. It was so much fun. I went live I think it was last Monday. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was Monday. From the Badlands National Park, which is just so gorgeous. It's one of my favorite places. And we drove through and had such a good time. It was really fun to see all of the gorgeous rocks. And we got there right kind of just about at sundown. So it was, the lighting was just so beautiful, and we had sunset pictures, and it was kind of that golden hour, and I just loved it. And I got some really great pictures. I'll have to share some more pictures. I know I shared a bunch, but I've got some more to share. And then I think you guys know that we had Barb flew out here and then she drove with us. So we did kind of our adventurous part at the beginning this time. Usually we do it at the end. And so we got home late last night. We drove straight through. I mean, obviously we stopped, but we didn't take any little side excursions on our drive home. So it was not as it wasn't the usual drive home, but it was okay. So we got back and about, I think, almost 11 last night. So I should say we got back to my house, then Kelly had to drive home to her house this morning. So that was kind of a lot, but broke it up a little bit, so that worked out. So anyway, on our trip, oh my goodness, the sights and sounds and smells of our road trip were just so wonderful. So we started early on Sunday morning last week, and we drove out. Our first big stop was Mitchell, South Dakota, where I don't know if you knew this or not, but the Corn Palace is there. And the Corn Palace is not actually built from corn, much to my dismay. It is decorated with corn. So they change the murals on there all the time. And when we were there, they were building one of like the Sydney Opera House and something else. I can't remember. They did have Bob Barker and The Price is Right. I think I shared those pictures on my Facebook page. But it was really fun to see all of the different things because Kelly and I stopped there years ago. And it was totally different. Like they had completely different things up. So it was fun to see. So I guess it's a sculpture in corn or maybe a mural in corn is probably the best way to describe it. Okay, so I'm looking at, so they were just working on the Sydney Opera House panel, and then there was another one that was kind of under construction. Do I have a picture of it? Do I not have a picture of that? How's that possible? So anyway, but they had Bob Barker on The Price is Right, like spinning the wheel. So that was kind of fun. So anyway, if you've never been there, it's interesting. It is so not what I thought. So then when you go inside, it's like an arena. Like they could have sporting events. Like there was like a game board or whatever you call it. What do you call the board? That like scoreboard. Oh my gosh, seriously, Dina. The scoreboard was there, and then they had like seating, so maybe you could do like a play or something there. I don't know. I mean, it was set up for like sporting events, but it could have been maybe a stage as well. So not what I was expecting on the inside either. I thought maybe it was going to be kind of like a museum, and there was some of that, but anyway. We also, well, Kelly bought a big corn ball. It was not good. I think she threw it away, actually. It was really sticky and kind of gross, and I don't know how long it had been there. And I was thinking of like, I don't know, when I was a kid, and maybe this is dating me, But when I was a kid, there was a house in my neighborhood that gave away corn balls. I don't know how to, popcorn balls. Popcorn balls, that sounds better. And so I assumed it would be like that, and which is kind of like caramely corn or maybe kettley corn in a ball form, but whatever it was like Kelly had, it was gross. I didn't have a bite of it because she really talked it up. Okay, so then after that, we drove to the Badlands, where luckily we got there in time to see all of the beautiful. Okay, my dogs are barking. I'm not sure why. Sorry. I'm listening. My husband's not home right now, so I'm like, what are they barking at? They don't bark very often. That's why I'm like, Izzy, Milo, come here. Anyway, so we get to the Badlands, and like I said, it was just so gorgeous. And here's what's funny, okay? Now, you might remember from previous Barb Kelly Dina adventures that we went to the zip lining excursion in Mexico, where I like had a full-on panic attack and couldn't do the zip linings, right? Couldn't do it. But I could stand up on the edge. I mean, not too close. We were being careful, but I could stand up on the edge and look down at all the glorious wonder. Barb could not. She would not get anywhere near. So it was really funny, and we were kind of making fun of her. But she wouldn't go to just this. I mean, it wasn't like it was up super high, and it wasn't like it was this. I mean, it was a drop off, but it wasn't like it was like a gazillion feet down. It was just, you could get up high and kind of see around, and it was so beautiful. She would not do it. And I thought that was interesting because she would zip line, but she wouldn't do this. So we decided that it was because if you close your eyes, everything's going to be okay. And if you open your eyes, it's not. So I think that's all that it was. So that was actually quite hysterical. We had a pretty good laugh of it. And let's just say there were some pictures I did not share. Then we saw, well, okay, so my goal is always to see as much wildlife as humanly possible, because we have deer around here. I mean, and like squirrels and chipmunks, but we don't have like all of the cool things, right? So it was always my goal to see wildlife. So I'm going to show you this picture. I posted this, but that's the silhouette of two deer in the sunset. How awesome is that? It was really cool. And then we saw one bighorn mountain goat, sheep, mountain sheep, whatever, bighorn, whatever those are with the curly Q horns. Now, a few years ago, Kelly and I were there and saw like a ton of them. And they were like running around, and they were getting frisky, if you know what I mean. Ramming, all the things. Like the crack of their horns. We only saw one, and it was pretty far away, and the lighting was bad, so we didn't get a very good picture. I was pretty disappointed because I really expected that all of them would just like be there to put on a show, but that was not the case this time. So I was sad. But the good news is because we got there when we did, it was basically almost sunset. They let us in for free. So that kind of rocked. Okay. Then we spent the night at in a hotel at Rapids. No, not Rapids. Oh my gosh, why am I at such a loss for words today? I'm like out of the habit of speaking live. Rapid City. Oh, I knew it had rapids in it. Anyway, so we went to Kelly and my favorite Longhorn Steakhouse, where Kelly had the surf and turf. I just had the turf, and so did Barb. It was a lovely, lovely dinner. And it was really funny too, because when we started the day, we were like, yeah, or when Barb got here, we're like, yeah, we're not going to make it to your house Sunday. And she was like, what? We're like, we're gonna have an adventure with you instead of without you, right? Because we used to have our adventures with like Flat Barb, but since she was with us, of course, we were gonna have all these adventures. So, anyway, it was kind of fun because let's just say Barb is very type A, very organized, very not scheduled per se, but likes to know what's going to happen. Whereas Kelly and I are a little more lax, and we're like, whatever happens, just kind of happens, and we'll just see what our vibe is through the day. And so we didn't have a hotel reservation. We didn't have plans for exactly what we were going to do, and we just got Barb to roll with us. And I like to think the best things happen when that is the case. And of course, we had a lovely time, just an incredible dinner, such a great little escape. We had a perfect hotel room. It was great. So then the next day, we got up and drove around the Black Hills. We went through the wildlife loop, which was really awesome, where we did see quite a bit of wildlife. And then we were driving through Custer National Park and the Badlands National Forest. And yeah, we got real up close and personal. So that day we saw deer, antelope, which are actually called pronghorns, we learned after several Google searches. Antelope is like in Africa. Pronghorns are what are in the United States. We saw bison, though the only ones, well, we saw one like free roaming bison, but he was kind of back in the woods and we didn't get a very good picture of him, or maybe any picture of him for that matter. But we did see some in this like corralled area where I think it was probably like they were working on mamas and babies and whatnot, because they were corralled. And then this is kind of funny. So we get out of the car, and the whole time, I've been with Barb and Kelly, the word is you do not ever approach wildlife, right? Smart, because you always hear about people who approach wildlife and then they get like rammed, right? So I'm like, Kelly, should we be getting out of the car? And she said yes, because they were fenced in this area. So we weren't like going where they were like live, free roaming, nothing, no barricade or anything between us. So anyway, we went in this area, and this is where they're feeding, by the way. So of course they're all into that. And we just got a little closer. Well, there's like an electric fence right there. And so Kelly says to me, do not touch the fence. I'm like, okay. Because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if it's an electric fence, you're going to get electrocuted. It's going to be great. That's not the way we want to start our trip. An electrocution is just not right. So then Barb comes up, and I turn around and she's got her hand on the fence. She was not electrocuted. It was not on, but it was kind of funny. And I'm like, Kelly! So we had a lot of fun. Lots of wildlife, lots of really wonderful things. Speaking of wildlife, there's some in my office right here. You might see a little tail wagging. We also spent some time watching the groundhogs play. That was always, or prairie dogs, I should say. That was so much fun. And then we saw these, like, well, mules, I guess, for lack of a better word. And here is a mule, like, practically entering our car. And Barb has a picture of me. This is me taking a picture of the mule. You probably can't see that super well. Anyway, this is my head, and this is the mule, like, practically coming in. So that was kind of crazy. We saw lots of wild turkeys, but they were pretty skinny, because the ones in Barb's neighborhood were much fatter. We saw bald eagles, magpies, deer, but we never saw another longhorn, which was, or not, sorry, we did see a longhorn, not mountain ram, whatever you want to call that. But we did see the longhorns, and we were spending a bit of discussion time on how do they manage, because they're really long horns. Okay, then, now this was one of my favorite parts. As we're driving, and it's fall, and it's beautiful, and we see all the lovely leaves and all the colors and all of the things, we kept seeing these beautiful bright yellow trees, and they were probably aspen trees, but I'm not positive. Anyway, I kept saying, look at the yellow leaves, look at those yellow trees, look, look, look. And they were kind of like, okay, Dina. But it was so beautiful. So here's a picture of one. It's just, what I loved about it is they were like on their own. And then like the forest is in the background and there's just this bright yellow tree. And I just thought that was so cool. They probably were not as impressed by it as I was, but that's fine. We also went on the Needles Highway, which we thought was closed, but it wasn't. It was still open because the weather was good. And so we drove through there, which was just gorgeous. And then we also had a lovely lunch near Custer Forest, or like Custer National Forest, I think it's called. And anyway, so it was just lovely. Then we saw where Barb used to live in Wyoming. And then of course we ended up where Barb does live. I have to laugh. This is in my bedroom. I think it's just a classic. I think it's Barb's husband's, but it's a lamp from A Christmas Story, which just cracks me up. It's I think, what is it? What does she say in the movie? It's something like the hot glow of sex. That just cracks me up. All right. So then we were at Barb's and we did quite a bit of work the whole time. Barb made us waffles several days, including the day we left, which was really sweet. Literally. We saw, then of course, you probably know that there's been fires in Sheridan, near Sheridan, where Barb lives. And the fire was certainly not fully contained, but much, much, much more under control because they had gotten rain and snow for several days in a row. So that was really good. And we did drive up partially, not up into the mountains. Like we didn't get anywhere near the top, but we drove kind of up to definitely the base of the mountains, a good ways. I mean, we were up at like maybe 5,000 feet, I think, where we ended up. Anyway, we saw real life firefighters and saw some of their efforts. Barb's husband has been doing a lot of work with the Forest Service to help make sure that people were evacuated and that people were staying out of the places they were supposed to stay out of and all that kind of stuff. So it was really cool to see. We could see some of the smoke, but like I said, it was much better than it was just even a few days before we got there. They'd gotten snow and rain while we were there like 2 or 3 different days. So we could see snow on the mountaintops, which was fun. But it was just such a gorgeous drive. I just loved every minute of it. It was just so great. I just love Barb's. Somebody said, if Barb was flying here, why didn't we just stay here? It's because there are no mountains here. There's just not the scenery, and a road trip is always a good idea. So somebody asked who drove. We all drove. Kelly and I probably drove the most, but Barb drove a little bit too. She doesn't like driving at night. So we drove we drove most of the time, but it was just so glorious to get away and see the sights. And oh my gosh, we left really early yesterday morning at like 7 a.m. Like we were out the door at 7 a.m. So this is what we saw leaving Barb's house. This is just one of the pictures. This is from the car. But, oh, hold on. I'm plugged in. But I don't know if you can even remotely appreciate the colors that I have here. It was so beautiful. And Kelly and I were like, why doesn't she just like go look at the sunrise every day? It was just so pretty. Oh, and here's another picture. This, by the way, the white part is like a lake. It's not snow, because it sort of looks like it. And again, I gotta post these. And this is from the car window. I mean, it through the car window. It was just so beautiful. And then we were really excited because we saw some houses like for sale, thinking, oh, well, I wonder how much it would cost to live here. A lot is the answer. A little house in a glorious location is very expensive. Like a lot. So I was thinking it would be really fun to live out there, but it's really expensive. So that's kind of a bummer. All right. Well, while we were gone, we did all kinds of fun stuff. We got our projects planned and in some cases like cut and ready for our reindeer Stamp Camp extravaganza that's coming up next month. There is still time to register, so make sure you get registered. There's a link in the description of this video. We would love to have you. And can I just say the projects we have planned are fantastic. They are so gorgeous. So many uses for that beautiful, beautiful bundle. And we have a box full of fantastic goodies for you. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to get them. It's going to be a really great event. I'm just really proud of what we put together. I think when the three of us are together, it's so nice because you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other and fine tune things in a way that you just can't when you're by yourself. So it just was great to do all of that planning. We also did, we do a lot of stuff with our teams, and we have several team things that we're working on. So if you're on my team, watch for some of that. It's really going to be wonderful to put all of the things that we worked on this week into play. We also had our usual tour of Sheridan. We went out to lunch one day. We went to the shopping metropolis that is Walmart of Sheridan, Wyoming. Actually, a couple times. Actually, 3 times. You know how you always just need stuff. We ate lots and lots and lots of unsupervised children-esque treats. A lot. Today, I'm back on my plan. So, Barb made us cheesecake. You can't say no, that's just rude. We got to see her son. He brought his puppy over, so that was fun to meet him. He's got a lot of energy, I'll just say. I'm thinking it's really nice that I'm not quite in that high energy stage of my dogs anymore. They have energy, but not quite that much. So anyway, all in all, just a fabulous trip. And Kelly and I were so sad that we had to come home. So it just was really a wonderful getaway. So I had a great time. I will say though that I'm kind of sleepy and would like to take a nap. But anyway, let me quick run through what's going on. So the end of October is just about here. I can't even believe this. But we've got several things that you might want to take advantage of before the month is over. First off, actually, I'm going to flip my camera around. Sorry, guys. First off is our kit special. Sorry for all the jiggles. There we go. Our first thing is the kit special. So there's up to 30% off kits. And I wanted to show you, I think I have this sitting here. Okay, so there's this card kit. And it comes with stuff to make a bunch of cards, but then it comes with a box so that you can organize your cards. So I thought we would just like real quick throw this bad boy together. And it's a twofer because my mom, when I was visiting my mom, she had asked me if I could help her organize her cards. And so I had ordered this for her, and it came while I was gone. So anyway, this is a really nice sturdy box with some like metallic foiling. So that's the lid. And then the box just kind of comes together like this. If I can get it to, oh, I've got it upside down, that's why. So you just put this down, and then there's, actually, if you kind of bring it out like this, there's little tabs to basically, you know, adhere the bottom to the inside of your box. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe let's see. I feel like I can do this. get these started. I love using my take your pick tool for this because it's just so handy. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up and let me just double check that that's what I'm supposed to do, because there actually are instructions for this, and I'm pretty confident that I'm headed in the right direction, but I don't want to mess it up because that would be lame. All right. But it comes with instructions, which is just wonderful. Okay, so yeah. You're just going to adhere these to the inside of your box. So I'm just going to kind of put these down like this so it's flat on the tabletop. Not yet. Sticky. Okay, so flat on the tabletop, and then I'm just pushing the tabs into the side like so. So there's my box. Then you can see there's all of these nice, really sturdy cardboard dividers that can fit in here. And then you can divide these up by different categories. So they come with the stickers for the different categories. Here we go. So there are clear stickers that you just attach, and you can see they're in all these different birthday, love and support, miscellaneous, seasonal, special occasion, thank you. So, and then obviously these are the other languages, but you can attach those because there's six stickers, 6 dividers, and then it comes with some cards that you can make. You can see there's 1, 2 different designs with envelopes, and then you can, place those in your box. So you've got these beautiful card fronts. There's some gold foiling on them, die cut pieces, all the things, no stamps necessary. So this is not only a great kit for you to have and use yourself. I'm just going to throw all this in here. But it's also perfect for gift giving. So you could, get this. It's on sale right now. Then you can gift this box to people. I guess this sticks out, doesn't it? The cardboard does. I'm going to pull that out so my lid will stay on, right? But this would make just such a glorious gift to give to someone for the upcoming holiday season. It's a really beautiful box. It looks nice sitting on a desk or on a shelf somewhere in your house. And I am going to order actually several of these because I think it makes a great gift. So anyway, I just can't say enough about how great I think this is, and you should take advantage. Now, beyond this, we of course have a whole selection of fabulous kits. These are definitely geared towards people who are new to stamping. Some of them don't even require stamping like this one. But I think they are really fantastic kits. And obviously I've been stamping for 25 years and I really enjoy them. I love that they're kind of mindless. There's not a lot of thought that goes into the actual creation of the projects, which is sometimes really nice. So anyway, can't say enough good things about that. As mentioned, our Reindeer Stamp Camp Extravaganza is coming up in November. We're shipping boxes the week before so that you'll be able to have them when our all of our content goes live. We do have 3 live sessions with bonus projects in those sessions. And oh my gosh, the bonus projects are amazing. We were working on that when we were at Barb's. So just really going to be a great event. Hope you will join us for that. I do have discounts for my team members or for Stamp Happy Academy subscribers. So if you fall into either of those categories, please contact me and I'll give you the details. My ready to ship class sale is going to be ending on Thursday. So make sure you take advantage of that because classes will go back to regular price after that. They're 10% off, but you also would get a free class for every 4 classes you purchase. So it's a really great deal. So 10% off plus a free class with every 4 classes you purchase. And the class I'm giving away is my most expensive one, which is my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered. So use the promo code October sale for that OCT sale. All right. Next up also ending at the end of the month is the starter kit special. So the starter kit special is where you can purchase our starter kit and you get $155. It's normally $125, but by the end of the month, you can get $155 in free Stampin' Up! Products. Pardon me, not free. It's an extra $30 in free products. You get $160 or $55 in products for $99 plus tax. The shipping is free. And this is a really great opportunity to get your products from Stampin' Up! At a discount. You can enjoy all kinds of perks being a part of my team. I have a whole post about it on my team with a little video that I created the other day. So check that out. If you have any questions about joining, it is just such a great opportunity to be a part of a group of people who get you, who love card making just like you, who love Stampin' Up! Products just like you. And as a member of my team, we do all kinds of fantastic things, both as a team and as perks as being a part of my team. We're just a lovely group of people, if I may just say. And we would love to have you be a part of it. So take a look at that. If you're interested or have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. There is a link in the description of this video if you are ready to purchase the starter kit. It is the best deal that we offer. And there's so much more that comes with this starter kit. And I just love being a part of this amazing community of fabulous people. So that's going on through Thursday. And then you can also purchase in your, or you can choose for your starter kit items, things from our upcoming online exclusives. We have a pre-order purchase period right now. And so this is just one of the suites that we have. It's called the Marbled Elegance Suite. Oh my gosh, I was reading that. Marbled Elegance Suite. And there are stamp set dies, sequins, gift bags, and twine, plus this gorgeous foiled DSP. It's so pretty. And then we've got some other really fun goodies, including this hibiscus bundle. There's an otter, I think it's called Otterly Awesome, maybe, stamp set. It's a bundle with DSP and some other coordinating items. So anyway, you can get that in your starter kit, which is so awesome because sometimes those items sell out really quickly or you have to wait for them to come back into stock. And so being a demonstrator means you get first dibs on all those products, which I love. And you get a discount on them. Now, during the month of October, you can also get the Splendid Autumn All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF for free when you place an order of $50 or more in my online store before tax and shipping. And if you spend $75, you can also get an embellishment. And also at $50, you can get a free card kit with today's projects. And by the way, they're super cute. So I'm excited to share them with you. And finally, the Season of Green and Gold class is coming out on Thursday. We would love to have you join the fun. You can get registered, again, link in the description of my video. The projects are really great. In fact, really great. There's a few fun folds in here, if I'm not mistaken, at least a couple. I'm like thinking, are there? Yes. There's gift card holders. There's a boxed set of gift tags that are just beautiful. It is a really wonderful collection of goodies, and we would love to have you be a part of this. It's this is stuff that I've come back to over and over and over again. I've made lots of cards with this this little kind of online exclusive collection. So we would love to have you be a part of that. Anyway, you can get registered for that. And as mentioned, the class goes out on Thursday. So without any more announcements, I think it's time to get stamping. I am going to be using the More Than Autumn bundle. And I love the name because it is so true. It is More Than Autumn. We're going to make some really fun projects with this. And I've got a fall, a Christmas, and kind of an all occasion. And I'm pretty excited because the free gift with purchase for this week's card projects, the embellishment that you can get for free with a $75 order is these quite popular and hard to acquire Real red and white adhesive backed peppermint embellishments. They are so flippin' cute. We're going to use them on one of our cards, and they are just so much fun. They had actually, okay, so this is a story I meant to tell you. I was like, I know there's something else. So these sold out pretty quickly after the catalog went live, and they came back in stock, and we had been waiting for them, and we had been watching like a hawk the online store. So Barb is in the back seat. I think I'm driving, and we're in Wyoming, somewhere between almost to her house, I guess. We're like maybe an hour or two away from her house. So she's like, "Oh my gosh, the peppermints are back in stock." We literally pulled over on the side of a road, like in a little access point, like to somebody's field. We pulled over because we're in the middle of nowhere, like there's not like any place to stop or anything. We all sit there and put our orders in, and I mean, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so my internet was not great on my phone. So I'm watching it swirl as I'm trying to complete my order. It's still swirling, still swirling. I hold my phone up to like the front of the windshield, like, and I go, "Starlink, come on, connect me." And it did. My order went through. So we literally stopped and ordered these on the side of the road in the middle of our drive because we saw they came in. So anyway, I got some for this week. I should say like a gazillion of you can't get them. There's going to be limits, but I think the limit is higher than I've ever had orders in a single week period. So there you go. All right. Now you have until November 3rd to order your order to get these and the card kit for this week's projects. So let's get started. Like I said, I love this one. So much fun. We're going to start with kind of an all occasion card. So I'm going to fold my card base in half. This is thick white cardstock. And then I took a 3 3/4 inch piece of white cardstock and embossed it with 3 3/4 by 5. Embossed it with my basic, or with its basic white cardstock embossed with the So Swirly folder. Sorry, that's kind of a mouthful. Also, let me hop on to my YouTube just so I can see my comments real quick, because it's just easier. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Ooh, someone says, "I like your nail color." Thank you, Wilma. I actually had to get my nails done today because they were really in desperate need of it. And what I thought I was getting was darker. I thought they'd be more like Pebbled Path, to be honest. I guess they are pretty close to Pebbled Path now that I look at it. But I was expecting something darker. So this is a little light. And every time I look at my nails, I'm like, ooh, those are weird. But I'm glad you like them. They're growing on me. I don't know. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, so, but it all worked out. I'm going to put those together here in a minute, but I've got about a 2.5 inch wide by 3 3/4 inch piece of fresh freesia, and then I have three donuts that I die cut. I did that ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me. Now I'm going to color my donuts in with some fun, happy colors. I've got some Pretty in Pink, some Fresh Freesia, and some, I think, Summer Splash. Yeah. So let's give these some colors. Oh, and then I'm going to do the donut itself with, I think, with pecan pie. I mean, pecan pie is not just for pecan pie, it's for donuts too. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like a real good road trip pretty much starts with donuts. And so we have a place here called Hertz Donuts, like Hurts. And it is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is amazing. So we started with Hertz Donuts on our little road trip. So I've kind of had donuts on my brain. Now here's the interesting thing. I am kind of a classic glazed donut fan. I do like that. But I got something with sprinkles on it because I had this set in my head when we were there, I got just a glazed donut that had like chocolate frosting with sprinkles on it. And I have to say, I'm still a glazed donut purist. I think the glazed donuts by themselves are a little better than the ones with stuff on them. And this place has like everything, including there's a maple bacon one. It's like a Long John with maple frosting. And then it also has bacon, like actual bacon all over the top of it. I've never had one. I have friends who swear by them. I think it's a little weird, but they've got them. All right, so I'm going to take my, oh yeah, that is the perfect color. So this is Pecan Pie Light. And I don't think we'll really blend on the donut part itself just because it's such a tiny little area. Okay. Oh, Melanie, you are just so welcome. All right, and then I'm going to do the other two. So we started with Pretty in Pink. Then we're going to do Fresh Freesia next. And this is just so fun. Now, one thing, this is something I've been doing a little bit more lately than I ever used to. I used to always stamp and color and then die cut. Well, here's the thing. And don't forget the center. If you stamp and color and then you die cut and you're off, then you have to color again. And that is just the worst. So I've been die cutting, like stamping and die cutting and then coloring afterwards to make sure that I get a good impression, because there's just nothing worse. And I mean, mind you, I use like Post-its to hold things in place, but sometimes they move or sometimes I was off. You just never know. So that's kind of been my my process lately. And it seems to be working out better for me. I've had less frustration from that. Okay, so we're going to continue with our Fresh Freesia. I thought about doing Petunia Pop, but I had Fresh Freesia cardstock cut already, so I just went with it. It's like a lighter, less vibrant version of Petunia Pop, and I kind of think, you know, frosting isn't typically super dark because it shouldn't be. Also, this is kind of funny. You guys are going to laugh at me. I never used to be into this at all. But I was watching a couple weeks ago. There's this thing. I follow this lady who she gives you like non-toxic alternatives to stuff. And I follow some of it, but not all of it. But I'm always amazed at how much chemicals are in the foods we eat and the products we use. So anyway, long story short, I was watching this thing about how children's cereal, things like Fruit Loops in particular, have so many horrible things in them, including dyes. And the red 40, I think, is like the worst one. But anyway, I've kind of gotten on this thing where I just don't want to eat foods that have those dyes in them. And so luckily, donuts tend to not be super full of dyes. Of course, I suppose it depends on what you're eating, but that's why glazed is always a good idea. Now, I'm going to ignore all the sugar and fat and other things in them, but I think the dyes are worse. So anyway, we're not using any red 40 on these donuts. We're keeping them good. They are super fun and cute. And of course, paper donuts don't have any toxic dyes because our markers are non-toxic, so it's all good. Do you see what I did there? So anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen that. I was following this lady who's kind of, I guess, like a food activist, if I guess is probably the right term. Anyway, she'd gotten this petition to bring to Kellogg's, and Kellogg's basically ignored her, which I thought was really disappointing. I started learning about this stuff when Andy's mom lived in London, because the food there is really different from the food we have here. I just thought that was interesting. So anyway, all right. So enough talk about food ties. I just think it's really interesting. Okay. I'm going to start with this piece of fresh freesia cardstock, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. So I think you might all be at least sort of on the same page with me as nothing's better than, and then we're going to put our donuts on here. So I'm going to stamp nothing's better than once I find my fresh freesia ink. So I'll stamp that kind of right over here. And then I'm going to add my donuts. And I feel like it would be appropriate probably to pop them up, right? I mean, you know how I feel about popping up stuff. And donuts are, if nothing else, three-dimensional. Oh, Patricia, that's so sweet. She was stamping with her, I think she said granddaughter. Oh, so awesome. That's really cool. I love that. Okay, so I'm putting my dimensionals on here. Now, I feel like when you're using, like, our color cardstock is coordinating with our donut that's colored, so I like to put that one in the middle and then put the other ones on either side. I just think it looks good that way. Now, I just want y'all to know that despite my desire to not eat these maybe toxic dyes, I'm sure I did during our weekend of treats, because we were, like I said, eating treats like we were unsupervised children. But sometimes you just have to do that. But today I've had chicken breast and salad. So I'm feeling good about making better choices now that I'm not on vacation. So good job, Dina, right? Okay, now I'm going to add this to my card, and it's just going to fit perfectly on that embossed panel. Again, this is the So Swirly folder, which I just love. It's really a great kind of all-purpose folder. Okay, and then we'll attach that to our card base. Like so. Then we're going to stamp the word donuts onto a little banner. Okay, but where did my word donut? Here it is. It's like, where did my word donuts go? Okay, so we'll stamp that also in fresh freesia. I feel like I need to re-ink this pad. It's really light on the inside. Can you see that? So I'll have to do that soon. Okay, so there's the word donuts. And we're going to just put that on right there. So cute. And then we'll pop it up because we probably should, right? Also, gosh, let's see. I think I'm going to add some white. I'm going to throw that in there to hold it up. I'm going to add some white baker's twine, because I think it just needs a little something, something. You know what I mean? Ooh, it's a fresh roll. If you ever have trouble starting this, I look for like the little end, and then you just pull up on it, and you're good to go. Okay. So I'll adhere that back down. This is why I love baker's twine and I love seal adhesive, because you've got a little bit of time before you have to commit to anything, which is wonderful. Okay, so I want to tie this so it's kind of at the little banner apex, if you will. I don't know. So just tie my bow on here. And then I don't know about you, but I feel like donuts probably need a little Winkostella on them. They're so cute. So I think we're going to put a little Winkostella. That just makes everything better, right? Oh my gosh. Just adorable. So kind of put that on there. I might shorten that up a little bit because it's kind of long. Oh, wonderful. Okay. And then we'll Stella these babies up. Oh, that just always makes everything better. A little shimmer. Then on the inside, we're going to say, except maybe you. And I think what I'm going to do is actually clean my donut off and stamp it in some kind of stamped off. Let me get some paper here. So nice, I stamped off the ink, and then I'm gonna write or stamp, and I think maybe I'll do this in black memento. Debbie really loves that So Swirly folder. I know, it is so good. Okay, so then we have except maybe you on the inside. How stinking cute is that? This isn't even the best one, you guys. So this was kind of my, I need a third card, and I wanted to use the donuts card. So wait till you see what's next. Okay, so next up, we're going to do a fall card. And one of my favorite things in this set, well, there's a couple favorite things in this set. It's hard to point them out, but I love this teeny little pumpkin. I love all the sentiments in here. So there's fall and autumn, season, you know, there's all these words that you can mix and match with these little phrases, which I think is great. But then in the dies, there is this leaf, and I love the leaf. So cute. So our next card is going to be a fall themed card. All right, so I'm going to start with a Pebbled Path card base. I have this actually pre-scored. We're gonna give that a good crease. So Pebbled Path. Then I've got a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch piece of Pebbled Path, cardstock, and we're gonna do a little stamping on this to create a background. Well, actually, before I do that, let me show you this other part because it'll make more sense. Okay, so I die cut a little postage stamp from the Perennial Postage dies, and I'm going to add my little leaves. So I die cut these in Cajun Craze, Wild Wheat, and Berry Burst, which is like my favorite fall color. And actually, we're going to pop those up on dimensionals because let's just be honest, obviously. All right. So I'm just going to put one dimensional on the back of these. Now, these are actually technically 2 pieces, but because we're going to put a dimensional on the back, this will hold them all together. So you can use like the outline or the inside of these leaves, but I think they're really cute. Now, in this case, actually, before I stick all of these on, I want to stamp Grateful It's Finally at the bottom. Grateful It's Finally. Okay. And then I'm going to add my 3 leaves, and I guess I can do I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to put this one in between. That way they're pretty evenly spaced out on here. And then this is going to go right here. Okay, we're going to add some ribbon in a second, but it's going to go right here. And then what I want to do is create kind of a background. So I'm going to start by saying, grateful it's finally fall. Okay, so that kind of fits. And when I did this, I'm like, okay, we need more. So then I decided to take that off and to stamp a bunch of these little things. So then we're going to use that cute little pumpkin. On here we've got an apple because it's also kind of a fall thing. Here. And then I've got this heart because I love fall. I've been thoroughly enjoying all of the fall weather related things, although it's been kind of warm. I'm anxious for a little chillier. It was cool at Barb's house and that was kind of lovely. Okay, so then again, grateful it's finally fall, and I think this is cute. I'm going to take and add some white ribbon to this. This is our frayed grosgrain ribbon. And I'm just going to, I think, put a little length of this across here. So nothing fancy, but let's get our ribbon scissors to cut this off. Oh my gosh, I watched a really, really awesome show. Kelly and I listened to it in the car on the way back. We like to listen to TV. Often we've listened, she likes these reality shows or these shows like on, I don't even know where they're on, maybe Amazon Prime or something, but one time we watched the show that was basically entitled How My Pet Killed Me, which was kind of hysterical. This time we watched this show called Nobody Wants This. It is so good. Oh my gosh. I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's with Kristen Bell and some guy. He's cute, by the way. So if you haven't seen, have any of you guys seen it? It's so, so, so cute. I really like the show. We had fun. Well, we started, well, actually, this is funny. We started it, wait, we were watching, oh no, we were watching a comedian. That's it. There's a comedian. I can't think of his name. He's really great, and his comedy is nice and clean, you know, like there's no swearing. Nobody Wants This, there's plenty of swearing. So if you don't like swear words, it's probably maybe not for you, but it's such a good show. Anyway, we had just the best time with it. All right, isn't this just the cutest? But we're not done yet. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this to a layer of basic white. And I probably, if I would have been thinking about it a little more clearly and not gotten all excited about things, I would have put the ribbon around this layer as well. But it's too late for that, so we're just going to adhere it to our 4 1/4 or 4 by 5 1/4 white panel, which is going to be just fine. And then I think I want to take and just color in some of these hearts like this with my clear Wink Stella, just to add a kind of a fun little touch. They'll dry a little bit, you know, they won't be dark like they're colored in. They'll just be shimmery. Oh, Stella is just the best. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to put this on my Pebbled Path card base. And I love kind of the little brightness that the white layer brings to this. I just think it's fun. Okay, and then for the inside of my card, I'm going to stamp, let's see, I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll stamp Fall is the Best on the inside. Grateful it's finally fall. Fall is the best. You could even add like that little ampersand thing. Somebody asked the stamp set I'm using. It's called More Than Autumn. Okay, so fall. Where did my fall go? Fall is the best. Then what I'm going to do is clean these little individual stamps off. And then I'm going to stamp each one on here. So I'm going to do a wild wheat, a berry burst, and a Cajun craze. Oh, how cute is that? I love putting fun little things on the inside of my cards. So isn't that so fun? All right, now we can add a little embellishment. Just as soon as I find them. Okay, I'm going to take the opaque, in color opaque sparkle dots, and we'll just throw a few of those on here as well. Here's a normal, take your pick. There we go. Oh, so cute. Isn't this just the best? So I hope you like this one. All right, now I saved the best for last. All right, so our next card is going to feature some of the Take a Bow DSP. Now, Barb Kelly and I had a discussion on whether it's Take a Bow or Take a Bow. So Take a Bow, B-O-U-G-H, would make more sense for the holiday season, right? But Take a Bow would make more sense because it coordinates with dies that literally make bows. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put my headband on for you guys. I have my cute little festive witch's hat headband. Darn it. Sorry about that. I had it sitting here and everything. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So, do you think it's Take a Bow, B-O-W, or Bow, B-O-U-G-H? It's spelled B-O-W, I know, but I still think there's some room for interpretation there. Okay, so I've got a piece that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch. Okay, so take a bow as in bend at the waist. Take a bow as in making bows. I know. See? I say B-O-U-G-H. Obviously, I meant that I spelled B-O-U-G-H as in that type of bow. Anyway. Sorry, I hope you didn't think I was like kind of clueless on that. I'm not. I'm just, it's pronunciation. Okay. Here we go. See, Anne, I think so too. And coffee beans, I think so too. I know bow is the limb of a tree, but it seems, I don't know. It's a thing. Maybe I'm just crazy. That's definitely possible. All right, now I also have a piece of DSP that I think is like 3 3x4 and 1/8. And then I'm same pack of DSP. I toiled over whether to use this side of it or this side of it. And actually, maybe I'll wait and we'll decide on that in a little bit. But then I have 2 cups. Sorry, can you tell I'm excited? And then there's all these cute little things that go with it, like this. So we've got little peppermint straws, we've got a peppermint candy, and we've got a gingerbread man because it's just so flippin' cute. All right, so I'm going to start with my gingerbread man and color him in. He is just as cute as can be, and I'm going to kind of, it's so tiny, so it's hard to do too much blending on him, but we'll just have some darker areas here. Oh my gosh, whenever I see this gingerbread man, all I can think about is in Shrek. And Gingy, who's in Shrek. I haven't seen that movie in a really long time, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna, well, yeah, I'll leave him like that. Then I'm gonna take my Real Red blends. And this is too small to do any blending, so I'm just going to do stripes on here. I think this is my dark red, yes. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, then we're going to do these. I think I'm going to do one red and white and one green and white, just for funsies. Now they have green and white, and I'm going to use Granny Apple because that's one of the colors that matches with this. They have green and white like peppermints, but I'm going to say they are not anywhere near as good as red and white peppermints, just saying. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, and then we're going to color our cups. So I'm going to leave the label white, and then I'm going to color the cup, one in green and one in red. So we'll put some kind of dark on here and then blend it out. Yeah, I still think that it's a conundrum on the bow. Yeah. I just want you to know I was spelling it in an effort to like describe the pronunciation. But somebody was really concise and said, like, when you take a bow, like, bend at the waist. That was smart. I never really thought of it that way. But anyway. Because normally you would take a bow, not a bow. I don't know. It's so confusing. And then we started talking about Azure afternoon. Azure. Barb says it's Azure, I'm pretty sure. And I like saying Azure. Not that I know. Oh, goodness. And I am certainly not a pronunciation expert in any way, shape, or form. I just thought you guys would get a kick out of some of the things we discussed. Okay. These are the hard-hitting questions that came up on our trip. Okay. All right. So now here is the question. We've got these 2 cups with whipped cream, because obviously. We're going to have one with this, one with this, and one with this, or maybe we'll have this one here and this one over here. And then it's going to go on here. The question is, do we put all this on like this? Okay. Or, and the other one will be right here. Or do we use this paper like this? I feel like the darker paper is going to be better because otherwise it's, your eye is kind of like, whoa, there's too much happening, right? What do you guys think? So let me know. The more solid or the plaid? We'll just call this plaid. Okay, I think most people are saying the green one. So I agree. So let's do that. I love this pattern, but I think it's not quite right for this card, at least in the way I'm using it. So anyway, so take a bow paper. Oh, is that right? Is it not right? I don't know. So confusing. All right, so I'm going to put my little cup kind of right here. And this right here, and this over here. We'll get all the things added here in just a second. And then, let's see. I'm going to kind of go like that. And then we're going to add some words to this, which are just going to be so cute. Let's see. I'm leaving a little space so I can kind of tuck my straw in here pretty easily. So we'll stick that in there like that. And then I'm going to pop up this little candy cane with, let's use my not as good snips. I'm going to go halvesy on one of these. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Come on. Oh, that's why I didn't cut through it all the way. Well, we're probably just going to throw that one away. So we'll put that right there. Like that. And then we can get two on the back of this. So it's funny, it's my puppies eat at 6. It is now 6:12. And my husband is not home yet. And so obviously I haven't fed them since I've been live. So I can just hear him upstairs like, where is he? I think they're getting mad. Because you know, they're wasting away to practically nothing. Okay, there we go. Oh, he must have just walked in the door because now I can hear him. All right, so we've got this. Oh, so cute. I think we're going to pop this whole panel up. Not with those, though, with regular dimensionals. Like so. Okay, so cute. Now here comes the really cute part. So we're going to we're going to stamp our sentiments. All right, so I've got, we're going to stamp these like on scraps and kind of trim them out. Sorry, I had to just grab my scraps. So these are like the 1/2-inch pieces, you know, that you get from when you trim down your cardstock. So I always keep those for an occasion just like this. Let's get rid of this. We're not even using this one anymore. And then we'll stamp them in our red and green colors. Okay, so I'm going to start, and actually I think I'm going to use some smoky slate. Or no, you know what? I stamped these in basic gray, so that's actually what I'm going to use. These are stamped in basic gray. I did not stamp them in black memento. Basic gray. So I'll do the same here. So I'm going to stamp to my, and then, oh wait. Oh, sorry. You are the, that's the first word. And the second word is to my. Actually, the third word is to my. And then I'm going to do hot cocoa, and I think I'm going to do that in pecan pie. No, I'm going to do it in green. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Like, really, Dina? Come on. They're getting fed. Thank goodness. I know you guys were worried. And then real red. Okay, so it's going to say you are the peppermint to my hot cocoa. In case you're like, where is she going with this? Believe me, I knew. It just is taking a second to make it happen. Okay. So you are the peppermint to my hot cocoa. So stinking cute. Now we'll trim these out pretty tight to the words. So cute. Okay. You are the peppermint to my hot cocoa, and I'm going to trim this a little bit more. There we go. To my so cute. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit as well. Now, one of the things I love about this set is some of these words are also die cuts, like not to die cut out the stamp, but actual words. Okay, that'll work. All right, now we're going to take some of these little peppermints, because they're just so cute, and add them in. They come in 3 sizes. And again, you can get these for free. They are not currently available, but you can get them for free when you spend $75 or more in my online store. I'll put one over there as well. Now through Sunday, I think that's November 3rd. Okay, now on the inside, there's more. So on the inside of our card, we're going to stamp, there's my paper. We're going to stamp a little sentiment. Now I pulled this from the set, I think it's called One of a Kind. And it just says, hope you have the merriest season. I thought it sort of went, like the words were sort of similar. And I'm going to stamp that in real red because I think that'll be fun. And then because these little peppermints are so flat, you can put them on the inside of your card like that. Maybe I'll put a third one in up here like that. And you know, you could add a peppermint and even ooh, these are not clean, are they? Where's my chamois? Do you like how I like to change my mind sometimes on this? Anyway, there's the inside, and we will put that in here. Oh, so cute. So let's take a look at our cards. Let me close this up. So we've got this just ridiculously cute card. I love this set because there's just so many things you can do with it. You know, by the way, this would be perfect to add like a Starbucks gift card. I don't have one handy, but like you could put a little piece of DSP across here and you know, stick a Starbucks card in here. That would be so fun. We also did, of course, Nothing's Better Than Donuts and Grateful It's Finally Fall. Fall is the best. So I hope, sorry, I was holding those up high. I hope you loved these projects. They are just so much fun. And again, you can get all of the pre-cut cardstock for this. Now you will want the stamp set and dies, you know, to cut out all the shapes, but we'll give you like the label and the embossing and the, you know, these pieces, all the DSP, all the things. The ribbon and all that, but you will want the dies and stamp set. So anyway, if you haven't ordered it, I highly recommend it. Now, there's just a few more days left to get your card entered for our October card challenge. We had that fun little fold. It was like a gate fold with a flap that came down. There's been some super fun projects shared, so I hope you will join us for that one. It's found over in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook page. I will get photos and everything for these projects posted on my blog tomorrow, so I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for joining me here today, friends. I will see you next week where we will have a fabulous time stamping together again, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Thanks for being here, friends. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel over here in the corner. That just helps me so much with the YouTube. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon, friends. Bye.